Oh no, what happened?
Oh no, we need some help again.
Wait a second.
We need help again.
Oh, what happened? It went away.
No, you're still there. You're still
Uh,
there, and we hear
I know.
everything you're saying. So keep it clean.
Oh, what the heck happened?
Oh, what the heck happened?
All right, could I ask you a favor? Since you can't find the mute button, we really need you to try to be quiet for the presentation. Every word you say, we're hearing. So I'm going to start. Adam Sidro, our camp director, is on the call also. He's on the road. I'm Jim Ottinger, the Recreation Parks Director in Closter. Hopefully, if your kids have been at the camp before, you pretty much know all this stuff. For anybody that's new, we'll run through everything. And then at the end, we'll answer any questions you might have. Also, at the end, if there's questions you don't feel comfortable asking and you just want to send us an email, you can do that and we'll get back to you with answers. So we're excited about the camp this year. We have about 225, 230 kids registered, and we're looking forward to it. So the camp's going to begin on June 24th. It ends on August 2nd. It runs from 9 to 3 p.m. Please be aware that drop-off each day is at 9 o'clock. Please do not drop off the campers prior to 9 a.m. as we're not able to be responsible for them due to insurance reasons until the 9 a.m. start time. If you drop off your child after 9:15, this is very important. You must walk your child in and sign them in. So don't just have them come walking in. If you're after 9:15, please bring them in. We'll have a sign in and a sign out book at the table outside the main office. Any camper being picked up before 3 p.m., you must go in and sign them out also. And if your child is going home with someone else that's not listed on your initial form, you must send a note or an email to Adam Sidro, the camp director, with the name of the individual picking up your child. A notification must be given the morning of the pickup. You're going to see through all the stuff that we're going to go over, we're very concerned about the safety of all the children. We take it very serious. So please just follow through on these things. The camp's at Tenneco Middle School, 275 High Street. Every Wednesday is pool day. Demarest Swim Club is the location of our pool days. That's one weekly drive in Demarest. The campers will be dropped off at Tenneco Middle School on pool days and brought over to the swim club via buses by us around 10 o'clock. But pickup is not at the Closter Tenneco School. It'll be at the Demarest Swim Club on pool days at 3 p.m. sharp. Very, very important. They start bringing the kids out at 2:50. Please plan on arriving a few minutes early because we got to keep the cycle going of getting the kids picked up. Drop off and pickup for all grades will be in front of Tenneco Middle School. Now, folks, there's something going on right now at the school that we need to bring everybody's attention to. We right now do not have the details, but we will be emailing everybody what's going on. The key thing is they're going to be doing construction at Tenneco School's auditorium. And thus, we're not going to be able to use the front for the drop-off. So what we're talking about now is what's going to happen, what we have planned, and probably will happen the first 2 weeks of the program is the drop-off's going to be in back of Tenneco School by the teacher's parking lot, by the Little League field, and we'll get everybody information. That's just until the construction's done at the Tenneco School. So the drop-off and pickup for all grades will be in front of Tenneco. Please form a line along the curb and stay in your car. Your child will be brought to you. Please do not engage with conversation with the director or the counselors at this time, as we need to keep everybody moving. If you choose not to do the carpool lane, please park in an appropriate spot and walk up to get your child across the street at Tenneco, in the back, et cetera, et cetera. Late fees will be charged for any camper that's not picked up after 3:15 p.m. It's important that we get out of there. The counselors, everybody's got other stuff to do. So please, please, please be on time to pick up your child. Snack and lunch. Please send your child to camp every day with a light, healthy mid-morning snack and a cold drink. Everything you send to camp must be clearly labeled with your child's name. Please do not send in any foods that contain nuts of any kind. We're a nut-free camp, except for some of the counselors. That's a joke. Hopefully anybody's smiling. We are offering an optional 5-day lunch program. Please see the menu and the prices on Community Pass. You can access that through closedirect.com. Adam, is that set up yet, or is it not turned on? Adam, if you're there, we can't hear you. You're on mute. All right, we'll get
He
back
sent
to
an
you.
email. It was the 15th.
He sent an email. It's the 15th.
email. Yeah.
Okay, so the 15th is Saturday. You'll be able to order lunch after that. If you take advantage of the lunch program, please remember your child still must bring a drink to camp. If you do not order a lunch through our lunch program, please remember that we will not be refrigerating lunches that are brought to camp. Please pack a lunch that will hold up. So avoid mayonnaise, lunch meats, et cetera, without refrigeration for a few hours. All field trips include lunch. So if you signed up for a field trip, do not order a lunch for that day. That's very important. I'm going to say that again. All the field trips include lunch. So if you signed up for a field trip, do not order a lunch for that day. Proper clothing, cell phone policy. Please be sure the campers wear sneakers, not flip-flops, and appropriate comfortable clothing to camp each day. This is very important, folks, and we've met with the counselors already. Please sunscreen your child before arriving at camp. The counselors are not permitted to apply sunscreen to any of the campers. We don't want the kids playing on cell phones at camp. Very important. Let's try to get the kids interacting and doing stuff at the camp. Any camper who brings a cell phone and consistently takes it out to play on it, we will need to check it, leave it at the front desk, and they're going to be able to get it at the conclusion of camp that day. But please talk to your kids about this. It's very important. Field trip camp t-shirts. The first field trip is Thursday, June 27th. All other trips except one are on Thursdays. Tuesday, July 2nd, we're going to Dave & Buster's and Billy B's because July 4th is on that Thursday. If your child is attending the trip, they need to wear the camp t-shirt on the day of each trip. We'll send out a reminder email about that. It's very important that the kids wear the camp t-shirt on the day of each field trip. Insurance card info. A copy of each family's insurance card is needed prior to June 20th. A copy of the card front and back can be scanned and emailed to us, or a copy of your card front and back can be dropped off at Tentacle Middle School. Attention to Adam Sidro, or a copy of your insurance card front and back can be mailed to Closter Recreation, P.O. Box 143, Closter, New Jersey. Everybody should have Adam's email address, which we'll review at the end, and we can get that out to you. And if you send it to me, I can send it to them. It's not a big deal. Oh, there it is. I apologize. Team of directors, there's Mr. Sidro's email address. Please send that to him. The insurance cards. These are the directors. Charlie Churchill is the art director. Ed Barsick is the sports director. Doug Stokes, Melissa Pelletieri, and myself, who the end results will have to end up dealing with me for anything that bad happens, that I'll be the bad cop. Adam's a good cop.
I got my microphone working. I'm good.
Atta boy, Adam. Proud of you. So
Only took 30 minutes.
Okay. Campers rules conduct policy. Please review this with your kids. Adam, are we going to be able to send this out to the parents, this deck?
Sure. Yeah, we can easily send this out.
Okay. And I'll send a link because it's important that the parents review everything that we talk about with the children so that there's no surprises. We ask you to please review the conduct policy. Have the kids review with them being considerate and respectful to others in what they say and do. Inappropriate foul language will not be tolerated. Respect and cooperate with other campers, counselors, and supervisors. Misbehaving and not following appropriate code of conduct can be detrimental to the program. And we want it to be a safe, fun, and relaxed camp atmosphere for every child. We want everyone to support and encourage everyone, interact with a variety of peers, and make new friends. There's a lot of kids. Some of the best friendships will be formed at this camp. Failure to follow these rules can result in consequences such as suspension and ultimate removal from camp. We hope nothing ever comes to that. That was the deck. So a couple things that aren't in the deck is the swim club. So let me just get my screen fixed real quick here. At the swim club, and Adam, you can chime in too. At the swim club, there's going to be wristbands given to the kids on each visit. We need the parents to designate the 3 criteria for the children, which is going to be red, blue, and green. I know what red means, which is if the child has on a red bracelet, they are not allowed in any of the water, the kiddie pool or the regular pool. Blue means what, Adam?
Blue wristband means you designate your child for the kiddie pool only, which is only, I think, 12 inches deep. But if they get a blue, that means you don't want them in the big pool, and they only get kiddie pool access.
And green, of course, means they can go in anywhere.
Correct.
This is very important that you review this with your children. We take the safety at the pools very seriously. The counselors are there. There's lifeguards there. There's also, I believe, Adam, and if you can attest to this, there are swim lessons being offered for the kids.
Swim lessons are being offered. Usually in the past, what you did was I sent home a form, you filled out the form, and you returned it to me. This year, they're doing it a little differently. I'm going to send you and it's going to be available on the website also, a link to sign up through a Google form for swim lessons on your own. So I no longer get any paperwork. If you want your child to get a swim lesson, which is a 30-minute lesson, every time we're at the pool, so that's 6 times for 30 minutes. I believe it's around $100.
$100 total, Adam?
$100 total for the 6 weeks, 1 lesson, 30 minutes each. It's going to be available on a Google form for you to fill out. And if you're interested, you fill it out. It goes right to them. So they're handling all the checks and the money and the forms. So that's a little different this year.
Excellent. So the swim club also, what'll happen at the swim club and at the any trips we go on is we need you, the parents and the children, to understand that we care about the safety of the kids. We'll be sending counselors to chaperone them, and this could be saving some questions. So on the trips, let's say that little Billy has to go to the men's room. He's not going to just be, it's down the hall, go to the left. We'll be sending multiple counselors to make sure that the bathroom is clear and that the kids will be safe inside. The counselors will not be alone with the children whatsoever. And this is at the swim club and also at any trips we go on. At the swim club, there are other people there. Adam, is that correct? That there are residents and members of the swim club allowed?
Yep, it's open to the general public. If you're a member of the swim club, they are allowed to be there. So there are not a lot. There's never a lot when we're there.
And I don't blame the people, for not wanting to be there. But this is one of the reasons that we will be going to the bathrooms with the kids, standing outside, checking the bathrooms beforehand, that they're not sent in alone.
Right.
Adam, are there other topics? I don't know whether you heard, but did you have any more details on the drop-off and the pickup?
The drop-off and pickup, as far as I'm aware, if we're unable to do it in the front because of construction in the auditorium, we will be either moving it to the main entrance. Instead of going in the auditorium, we may open up the main entrance and have the kids enter the gym. Or We're going to have drop off and pick up in the back until, which is on Harrington Ave, until the construction is done, which they promised me is 2 weeks from the start, and they're starting next week. So hopefully it's over right around the 4th of July. It only affects us for the first 2 weeks.
And we can send out a mass email to everybody the night before with where we'll send out an email about the drop off and pickup. Correct?
Emails will be sent out. Yep. Emails will be sent out. I also sent out an email just to let everyone know before this meeting about an hour ago. I sent out an email about the Remind app. We use the Remind app. Sign up for that. I always post daily or weekly reminders for you guys. Pick us up here. We're running a little late back from a field trip. We might be, 10 minutes late. Don't forget today's don't forget today is pool day, right? Send your kid with a bathing suit and sunscreen type of thing. So you definitely want to check that email I sent out and sign up for that Remind app.
And Adam, any further update on the lunch? Do we have Nancy loading all the lunches?
Yes, so we have a lunch program. We have all 5 days are ready to go. I have Nancy, who is our website administrator. She is currently uploading it. She says it'll be up by tomorrow, which is Friday. And we're gonna open the lunch registration for you to start ordering lunches on the 15th. So we got a couple days on that. Maybe on Saturday or Sunday it'll be up, she says, at the latest. But I will send an email just saying, all right, we're up and running. You can now order lunch.
Adam, what are we going to do at the swim club if there's lightning detectors there? If the lightning detectors go off, or if there's bad weather? Ma'am, Adam, wait 1 second. Ma'am, you got to keep the children quiet.
Or just mute her.
We can't mute her, and that's the problem.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
All right. So in case on the days of swim days and swim club, I always check the weather. If there is a high chance, which means more than a 50% chance, in my opinion, for a thunderstorm before 3 o'clock, there's a chance we can cancel that day and move to another day. I do have an alternate day at the swim club. However, we do have some shelter at the swim club that if it's a passing thunderstorm, you feel free to come pick up your child if you want to. But as soon as we hear thunder or detect lightning, the kids have to be out of the pool for a minimum of 30 minutes. But if it does clear up, they are free to go back in. But I usually monitor the weather in the morning to make sure, the best I can, that doesn't happen while we're there.
Adam, what about the trips for the parents who didn't sign their children up for the trips?
If your child does not go on the field trip, camp is still open. We normally bring about 90% of the kids on the trip. That's how many sign up normally. In past years, it's been about that percentage. Those that decide not to go will be at camp. I leave counselors back. Depending on how many kids in each group are not going, that determines how many counselors I leave back. And they move about the day. There's the art room still open. I always leave at least one sports director at the camp. The art director always stays at the camp. And obviously plenty of counselors depending on how many kids are staying back. So camp is open. It's not a typical day because, right, you have 90% of the kids that do go on the trip, but it is an option to stay at camp and not go on the trip.
So Adam, a lot of the activities take place outdoors. What happens if it starts to rain or the lightning detectors go off?
If the lightning detectors go off or it's raining, we obviously do not go outside. We have access to Tennekill School and a lot of rooms in Tennekill. We have the gym, we have the auditorium, we have several classrooms, we have the art room. I turn a couple classrooms into a games and puzzles room. Sort of the band room I kind of turn into a game room. So there is plenty of indoor space for us to go. Obviously, the first 2 weeks, the auditorium not being available because of construction hinders our ability to have more space, but we will work through it the first 2 weeks.
Okay. Is there anything we didn't touch on, Adam?
No, the lunch program's opening up. Make sure you order lunch, and I'll send out reminders on that Remind app that I just spoke about. Lunches have to be ordered by Thursday at midnight for the next week. So if you forget to order lunch and it's Friday, you're out of luck for the next week. Now we do it on a week-to-week basis, so you're able to order lunch for all 6 weeks, or you can do it on a week-to-week basis. But like for the first week of camp starts on the 24th. You have to have your lunch order in by Thursday at midnight if you want to order lunch that first week of camp, which is the last week in June.
Now, Adam, I seem to remember in the past, a few parents, got distracted and forgot to order lunches, and they'd send us frantic emails, but there really is nothing we can do. The orders are put in mass, and we can't add to them. So
that's why it's due Thursday night, because it's Friday afternoon. I bring the entire order for the next week to the restaurant, and after that, that's it. So that's why it's a pretty hard cutoff of Thursday night.
Right. So please just save yourselves the emails to us. If you forget for the following week, we can't add to it. So in those cases, you're going to need to send your child to camp with a lunch that's packed.
Right. And again, I send Wednesday, like starting on Wednesday, and then Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon, I'll send a reminder on the Remind app saying, don't forget, tonight's your last chance to order lunch for the week. Another reason to download the Remind app.
Yeah, and please be checking your emails and your phones for those Remind app. It's a great thing to have, but it's imperative that it's checked.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go around and answer any questions, Adam?
It's my favorite part of this. Yep.
Okay. Any questions?
Yes. Hi.
Go ahead.
I'd like to know how many kids there is in any group. Any age group.
How many kids for each counselor group, Adam?
Well, the number of kids per group changes. It goes from a couple groups have 15 kids, some groups have 40 kids. So depending on how many kids are in a group, that determined how many counselors I put with a group. I try to keep a ratio somewhere between 6-to-1, a 6-to-1 ratio or a 7-to-1 ratio of counselors to kids in every group.
Okay, and the activities are age related, right?
The activities what?
Age related, like different activities for
age related.
Well, while we're at the school, the activities are pretty standard, right? Like the kids go to art. I have the art room, so they do art for 35 minutes a day. I have the gym, and I have gym teachers or phys ed instructors, so they do gym in the gym for 35 minutes.
But with their age group, Adam.
Oh yeah, the kids stick with their group. Yes, and they move from place to place or activity to activity with their group.
Okay, and this question is the swim lessons are one-on-one or in group?
For swim, what?
The swim lessons, are they one-on-one or is it in a group?
No, those are group lessons. And again, depending on how many kids sign up for a swim lesson, that determines how many instructors they have. Because again, they have the same thing. It could be a 5-to-1 ratio or a 4-to-1 ratio. I don't know what their ratio is, but it's always in a small group. It's not a one-on-one.
Okay, thank you. And what is the ages of the instructors?
The ages of the instructors, Adam.
They range from 14 years old up to 24 years old.
With a good amount of them being high school age children, correct?
Most of them are high school age. Most of them are 16, 17, 18. I have a couple college kids. I have 1 or 2 people out of college. Obviously, there's 5 directors that you saw at the end. All of us are certified teachers. So there's 5 of us there every day as well.
Yep.
Okay, any other questions?
I have a question.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. No problem. So I actually was emailing with you guys about, I have 2 kids doing the summer program at Tennekill. They get out at 12.
Yep.
Do we have to sign them in every day when they come in, or they're allowed to go from the summer
No.
program student to camp?
No, the teachers actually figure out who comes to my camp or comes to the Closter camp, and they're done at 12, which starts our lunch. So the teachers walk them into the gym, which is where we have lunch, and they join their group from there.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Just remember, on Wednesdays we're not there, right? So
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
want to join the camp on Wednesdays, they have to be driven to the Demerara Swim Club after camp. And on Thursdays, 5 of our 6 trips are on Thursdays. So they basically have to choose if they're going on the trip, because we depart around 9 o'clock or 9:15 for all of our trips.
Yeah, so I emailed the Mr. McElroy. I told him that they'll miss the days of the field trips. He's fine with that. And
Okay.
I'll drive them in on Wednesdays.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You got it.
Questions?
Hi, I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Christian Mejia, and I've been emailing with Mr. Jim about through my job, some paperwork that I have to give you guys to fill out before hopefully the summer camp starts. I just haven't got a response, and I want to know if maybe I could get Adam's email, because
Yeah, send me Adam's email was on the deck. I'll go back.
Is that going to be sent out?
We can send it out to everybody, but
Okay.
Okay.
But also, if you're registered, I've been sending emails. So if you registered, then I've been sending emails. It's Closter Summer Rec, all one word.
Okay.
Closter Summer Rec @gmail.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Yeah. Please, because I need to see if I could meet up with one of you so I could get this sorted out.
Okay.
if you want, let me give you my phone number. Call me right after the meeting. Can you write this down?
Yep.
201 625
201
625 2063.
2063.
Yep. Just call
All right,
me
thank
since
you.
the meeting's over. I think I know the situation.
It's 201 625 2063, correct?
That is correct.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay. Any other questions?
Is it too late to sign up for the trips?
The field trip
Yeah.
trip registration is closed. We closed it, I think, a week ago.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was open for a month and a half.
Yeah. All right.
So what people are asking me, and this happened a little bit last year, you can email me separately, and if I know ahead of time, and because we already pay for the trips, like with that check that everyone used to when they registered, you would just have to give me the money to pay for them, and I can probably get them on the bus. And then when I arrive at the location, I can just pay them when I get there. But send me an email separately, and we'll figure it out.
Is there like a schedule of where they're going that I could see so I know which ones I might want to
Yes,
reach out about?
on the Closter website. There's a
Yeah.
Closter Summer Rec website. The calendar has been posted. It's up there. So take a look at the calendar, and it shows when and where every field trip is.
All right. Thanks.
Yep.
But please register. Please email Adam immediately, because we can't do last minute scrambling. That's the hardest thing.
Adam, just to clarify what you said there, do you want us to send cash on those days, or do you just want us to give a payment at the beginning? Like, how do we get the money to you if we fail to sign up for the field trips on time?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay for them when I arrive at the location. So again, I'm hoping this isn't too many people, but I have to take cash there to pay for them when we arrive.
Okay, thank you.
No, I'm just listening. I don't need to.
I have a question about the Demerara School. Are they allowed to buy snacks there at the school?
Yes, the snack stand is open. The kids do bring some money, but I ask that you please be careful. I'm not in charge of how much they spend while they're there. Last year, we had a kid bring $100 bill, and they were buying ice cream for everyone. So that's not.
I was curious what's appropriate.
Well, I mean, $10, $8, $5. I mean, they have ice cream. The more you give them, they're going to spend everything you give them.
They're not coming home with change.
They're not coming home with change.
That I know.
They buy stuff, for their friends. So they do have snacks and ice cream and drinks. So yes, it is open. while we're there.
Okay, great, thanks.
Any other questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
When, for anybody on the waiting list, when would we find out if possible to sign up our kids?
I think it's that ship has sailed.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're pretty.
Good, Adam.
No, I'm just saying we're pretty full. Like I'm trying to level out the groups and the classes. You know, I hire all my staff basically by April latest. So like if I keep taking more kids and more kids, I got to hire more staff, and that would.
That's hard to do at this time. In defense of Adam, that's hard to do, and it's imperative that we keep the ratio of the students to the counselors. So the registration for the camp opened back in February, and you know we really can't. The wait list is the wait list. The number of counselors that we had to turn away because we hired the amount, they all went and got jobs. So even if we wanted to go and hire a counselor, it might be impossible at this point in time. And to hire a counselor, it's not cost efficient for us because the numbers don't jive. We might have a child in a certain grade on the wait list and another child in a different grade on the wait list. They're not commingling. So all we're doing is we're adding stress to the program, which we can't do.
Yeah, I'm doing my best to figure out a way if we can let more kids in at this point, but it's you know, unlikely at this point.
Hi, Adam. Can we have your email address regarding the field trip if we have a question?
Yeah. Yep. It's on the.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna open up the file again, and I'm gonna let everybody grab a pen, and they'll be able to write down your email address, Adam.
Yeah, I don't know who said that, but I've been sending emails from that address. You can just respond to it. Everyone.
Okay,
yeah, but
I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
I had a question. Where can we find the summer calendar? I'm on the community link.
You want to be on closterrec.com.
I'm there. It just shows calendar. It says summer calendar 2023.
No, 2024 should be there.
So I go under programs. I do summer rec programs, full day, summer rec, and then it says calendar, but in parentheses it says 2023. Then it says field trips. So I'm looking for that one-page calendar.
Can you see it, Jim? If you go on it, if you go on the website after you're done showing the.
Oh, you know what? Never mind, because so under programs, once you click calendar in parentheses, it says 2023, but if you click on it, it says 2024. So my bad.
So, yeah, the 2024 calendar is the only one I think that's up there right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in parentheses, thank you. Never mind.
Yep.
It does say on the website that it's 2023 though. Like if you go and click on it, it does say 2023, just so you know. But when you click on it to load it, it does say 2024.
I'll have a stern talking to with my website administrator.
Thank you.
Hold on one second, because I'll have that same conversation, Adam. Let me just get there. Okay. Programs.
Yep.
Summer rec. Full day. So if I click on this here, why is my screen showing that it's correct?
Well, that's the field trips, I think. If they're saying
go back to programs.
Okay.
Summer rec.
Summer rec.
And then
Full day.
calendar 2023 in parentheses. The next one.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Oh, but then I see, but it's 2024. So it's the previous screen. We just need to change that verbiage.
Right.
I'll have Nancy do that. Thanks for pointing that out, folks. Any other questions?
Yes,
I
one.
do have a question.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Can I go first?
Go ahead.
So are kids divided into groups by age, or is it like a mixed age in each group?
Each group should be what grade they're going into in September, and they're grouped by that. So if
Okay.
if they're going into third grade next year, they're all in that third grade group.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
The other question?
Yes, hi. And I apologize if this was already clarified, but I'm just wanting to understand. So the half-day program that they're running, like through the town, those kids are going to be with our kids that are in
No,
full day?
Nope. Totally separate.
Totally separate. Okay, thank you.
Okay. And that program, the half-day free program, it's Monday through Friday. It's 9:30 to 12. It's canceled if it rains, unless they're able to pre-schedule something at the library. But Carmela Rudick, who runs that program, she will have all that information. If anybody on the call has desire to register for that, there's no pre-registration. You can just register when you show up at the camp.
Okay, got it. So they're just separate. Okay.
Yep, totally separate. Any other questions?
If one of our children, if we're missing like 2 days due to being away, do we have to fill out like an absentee thing? Do we just email Adam?
Email Adam would be great.
Yep.
Okay.
Email me, but every morning we take attendance. So, when they're out, we just, again, just like school,
Right.
some people call in their absence, some people don't,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
We just find out by taking attendance every morning who's there and who's not. But if you do come in late, if you come in after 9:15, because I usually shut the doors and we start our activities around 9:15. If you come in after 9:15, you have to walk them in and like sign them in. So I make sure that I know that they're with their group now.
Thank you.
And you can also just send me a message on that Remind app if you download
Yeah,
the
that's
Remind.
what I was thinking too.
A lot of people just send me a text like, so and so is going to be out today. That's all.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, we have a trip booked in the middle of July.
Any other questions? All right, if you have questions and you didn't want to bring them up, just send us an email and we'll get back to you. And whoever was going to call me, give me a shout right now. Have a great season with everything. And both Adam and I are available via email. Just call or email us and we'll get back to you.
Absolutely.
Thank you much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Wait, what do you say?
Thank you. Leave the meeting. Okay.